about 6.5 years ago. I've been a bartender for about 4 years, and here specifically for about 8.5. I do really like my job, and the best part about being a bartender is definitely the contact you get to have with the general public and relationships you create with your customers. And the worst part, I'd say, it is kind of a double-edged sword. It's dealing with harder people to deal with, and you do get a lot of people that you meet daily, so it can't all be good. Italian drinking culture is very different to anything I was used to before moving here. I feel like Italians start drinking at a very young age compared to the rest of the world in general, even the rest of Europe. It kind of lets people understand that drinking is not necessarily a recreational activity, or that you have to be extremely drunk to enjoy yourself while drinking, but you definitely get the feeling that you can drink just to spend some time in company with friends. American drinking culture as opposed to Italian drinking culture is definitely more recreational. It's, people feel like they need to do heavier drinking to enjoy themselves rather than just casually enjoy their time while having a drink.
The Italian bars are definitely more relaxed and kind of easygoing, and people are there to have a good conversation and enjoy whatever they're drinking. And then the American bars, you feel like you're back in the States where it's so crowded and dirty and hot, and there's people screaming and dancing, and beer is cheap, and people playing games. I definitely enjoy or prefer Italian bars. I like the laid-back atmosphere and play better music.
Sometimes what I notice is that some American bars are just linked to alcohol stuff. I've noticed, for example, one bar close to our apartments that is called Basements. I cannot feel like an authentic situation of a normal bar, an Italian one. Everything is just linked to the alcohol and the fact that they know that some American person are going there to drink, just drink, not feeling the atmosphere of what a bar is.
I would definitely consider myself more of a social drinker rather than like a heavy drinker, but definitely back home, like people will say like, oh, I'm gonna get black tonight, or I need to drink a lot if I'm gonna go to this party.
There are several funny and interesting stories about being a bartender. The great thing, like I was saying before, is that every night is an interesting story in and of itself. But yes, definitely there was multiple times where people on binge drinking runs have done crazy things, dancing on tables. I've had a rugby team inside of here one time who got very rowdy and started tackling each other and chanting rugby songs all together. It was overall a good time though.
I'm not necessarily into the whole like rah-rah get drunk thing, and I just really enjoy like the laid-back atmosphere. Personally, I don't know that the drinking age would affect the bar scene and drinking culture, but like the culture in general, it's kind of less taboo maybe because there's a younger drinking age, and I think that kind of takes away like the specialty and like novelty of alcohol. So I think when they're first introduced to it, maybe might not be as much of a shock.
I think that the lower drinking age in America, that is around is 21 instead of here is 18, put so much expectation from the people that lives there. There's a very strong link and connection between what you are drinking and what you are eating. So this connection, it works in the culture of my family, and so this is why it's not like an issue. It's more a tradition. Of course, a tradition linked to the quality, linked to the quantity and stuff.
Definitely, I see a difference between the two cultures. I feel like, especially in young people, the Italians drink less in quantity during one sitting, both for the fact that if college students' funds are limited, Italian students, I feel like, prefer to spend on other things rather than drinking, while Americans are less frugal on alcohol expenditures. And that, plus the fact that they're just used to drinking as a daily part of their normal lives, I feel like they kind of incorporate it into their normal daily lives rather than make an activity out of it.
It's more linked to the way we choose the alcohol to drink. For example, I have seen sometimes that Americans don't care about what they are buying. Sometimes because they don't know, or just to save and buy something cheaper. The approach about how to buy, how to choose something to drink. That is, of course, something that you have to drink and put inside of you. So it's important. Of course, if you want a glass of wine, it's not something terrible. It's also sometimes something that your grandfather suggests to do. Like, drink a glass of wine. Come on.
I think they're both similarities and differences. Definitely it depends on who you are and kind of who you're hanging out with, because I've noticed Italians who drink in a very like American way, and then there's also Americans who drink in a more relaxed Italian way. And I mean, definitely the majority here lean towards being more responsible and kind of cautious, not cautious, but you know, like controlled with their drinking, but there's still both situations happening.
What can I say is that I had a perception about drinking culture before I met Americans one, and since I'm living with them, I think I changed my perspective to see this topic, because before I thought all of you as American students, I was completely focused on what movies or media or like general topic about American drinking culture, and I was really scared about that, because I think that I'm really far from that kind of culture that all of us can see in the movies. But since I'm living with my American friend here in the apartment, I think that of course we are young, we are people around 22, 23, 24 years old, and so we can also enjoy a night and evening drinking together. It's not so drastic as I thought before meeting you.
Do I think my view of drinking will change after studying in Rome? Yes, I think it'll definitely change. In the US, I'm still not of legal drinking age, so I have less say in the matter of like what I can order, what I can drink. And I think being here and being able to like decide for myself and kind of honestly like have a choice is refreshing, and I definitely know now like what I like and what I don't like, and I'm not just, you know, gonna settle for cheap frat beer.
I like us better when we're wasted. It makes it easier to fake. The only time we really talk is when our clothes